Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Now Rodgers going to shift him around.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Hey, take 26.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
The time broke on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 56 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
2nd and 10.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. The big fella. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. now they're going to fake it. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter.
6-0 our score after one.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Going across the middle, and Valdez-Scantling has it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Jets are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in.
18 yards the gain for number 18. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cobb. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Rodgers to throw once more. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That pass was into the end zone, but it was tipped up in the air, and that leads to a few anxious moments. Who's going to come up with it? Defenders want that ball knocked to the ground at the worst, hopefully intercepted. In this case, you've given the chance for the offense to come by and pick it up, but instead, it ends up on the ground.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall
taking it in from 4 yards
Cowboys are able to extend their lead. Rodgers and the Jet offense staying out there. They'll go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And here comes a return to the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Gonna look deep here for Pacheco. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, here's Rodgers.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back, who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
He's got a full head of steam. The race is on.
Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chiefs are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this is back to a 5-point game.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
Fights through him. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give him the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 1-yard touchdown pass.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Uzama. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Kyle.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Rodgers.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Just too much air on the ball, and that's a missed opportunity in a game where you don't have many opportunities left.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and they have regained the lead. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Now Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead into 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he is caught, and he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Mahomes going to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Over. Go to 50. Hey, you watch. Look at this.
Rodgers going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelsey, on the touchdown pass.
And the Chiefs have taken a 4th quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the Chiefs' D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. Here's Hall again, and he is going to lose yardage here. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Rodgers, got to have this one. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. That's caught. This is Abanikanda. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here comes 2nd down.
Kelly, don't let Kelly.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Here's 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
26.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mahomes.
Good sack.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons
Pick.
they're down is
Come on! That was the game! That was the... Oh, my God. That was the game-winning pick. That was the game-winning pick.
One incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Mahomes. Pass taken in.
This nigga always keep throwing it. Let me try that. Let me try to shade outside.
That gets them the first down, but they've
I'm
still
gonna have to play top though.
Plenty of time. All 3
Let me shade
timeouts
and
still
top.
remain.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Here's
have to
1st
play
and
that.
10 now. Mahomes.
I just overhit the team.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's
Hold
1st
on.
and 10.
I'm locked in. I gotta get a pick.
Mahomes to throw it.
Oh, that's a pick. No. Oh, he catched that.
Oh my goodness, that could have been
Yeah, I'm a
game
player.
changer, but he could not hang on.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great...
Pick! Game time! Game time! Get off me! Get off me!